Yes, you guys, welcome back to the player ratings video after that absolute masterclass versus Atletico Madrid tonight, which pushed us straight through into the quarterfinals of the UCL. Today, I'm going to break down the manager's performance. I'm going to go through the entire lineup as well as the subs, so I hope you guys enjoy. Of course, remember, I have released a match review. You guys, you need to see that one. It's a big one, it's a massive one, and without wasting any more time, let's kick things off, of course, by giving a score to our manager for the game tonight. Now, I feel like since Tuchel's taken over, during the halfway point of this season, I've been in constant praise of this guy. I mean, non-stop. And today, considering the wins versus Liverpool, the results versus United, the results versus Spurs, results versus many teams in his very short reign so far, I think it's safe to say that this game tonight was by far Tuchel's best performance as our manager. Everything was perfect from a tactical point of view to the timing of the subs as well. It was the approach in the game plan today. It was faultless. It was honestly faultless, maintaining possession, playing in Atleti's half, forcing them to come onto us and just kind of goading them in that sense to try and do something. And whenever they did, we could exploit them time and time again. They looked so helpless, they looked so clueless, and to tactically outclass Simeone, one of the best managers of the past 10 years, I mean, this is no easy feat. Simeone lost in 2 legs in the UCL. I think I read a stat somewhere suggesting that, the only time this has happened before was when Simeone was playing against teams that had Cristiano Ronaldo in. So this was amazing to come in so soon, so quickly, to take control of this current squad, to find ridiculous balance with them. Balance which seems set to, help us achieve our goals for this season is no easy feat. And honestly, this is an incredible managerial performance. I'm going to score Thomas Tuchel a 10 out of 10. Now, we start with the outfield players, starting with Edouard Mendy. And maybe this was unfair, but of course, I had to do this. I was comparing Mendy alongside Oblak. Now, I saw the first goal in which Oblak conceded versus Ziyech, and if this was Mendy conceding a goal like this, you can imagine that the entire TL is losing the plot. They're livid, they're angry, they're not accepting it, and they're asking for Mourinho to go straight on the phone to get Donnarumma for the summer. We need to appreciate the class that we have between the posts right now, you guys. Edouard Mendy has come through, has stepped up, and for me, it's showing that he is a world-class goalkeeper. Atleti had no hope offensively, but the few times they did, Mendy stepped up time and time again, which was evident by that final save versus João Felix right at the end. I mean, honestly, keeps picking up clean sheets after clean sheets after clean sheets. And I think after a game like this today, and I think after his performances throughout the season, I feel like we have to see him for the world-class keeper he is. I'm going to score Mendy an 8 out of 10. Now, we move on to Aspilicueta. And, there were a handful of times where Aspi was getting done by the trickery of João Felix a few times. And, of course, there was that moment where, he brought down Carrasco inside the box. If this was the Premier League, most likely that is a guaranteed penalty. However, nothing came through of it. It was, in a sense, some very, smart defending, a little bit of those dark arts, which in the UCL you need to have. Regardless of those things, though, Aspilicueta was involved defensively. He pushed up into midfield time and time again. He played a big part down that right-hand side, helping us just control the game there, just dominate down the flanks as well. And of course, his leadership too, his ability to consistently be there for the team. For me, I'm going to score Aspi a 7 out of 10. Now, we move on to Kurt Zouma. And yes, he replaced Christensen on short notice because Christensen picked up a small illness. I keep saying this all the time, but if you're Kurt Zouma, you feel a bit aggrieved that you've just lost your spot in this team immediately, because for me, his performances haven't really deserved him being out of the team. I mean, this speaks volumes in regards to the quality that we have defensively at the club right now. However, Kurt Zouma was so commanding. And I get so baffled considering that the club are in the market to sign a commanding defender, but who actually is more commanding than Kurt Zouma? Again, maybe I'm being unfair, but I was comparing him alongside Jimenez, and you know what? If I had to pick one out of them, you guys, I'm picking Kurt Zouma every single time. From that first challenge right at the start, commanding, strong, playing passes between the lines, finding Kante time and time again as well. Of course, trying to bring that set piece attacking threat too, but you know, just having a great game defensively. Again, another player that needs to get more respect. I'm going to score Kurt Zouma an 8 out of 10 because honestly, from a defensive point of view, he really was top quality tonight. And now we end things with Antonio Rudiger, and you know, I'm sure when Suarez was eventually subbed off, you know, he felt happy, he felt content. He was like, finally, you know, I've been knocked to the floor time and time again. The referee clearly isn't going to help me for anything. I've been losing my battles every single time as well. I can't get away from this guy. I can't evade the pressing, the marking that Antonio Rudiger did on Suarez tonight. For me, one of the revelations of this season. His form this year to last year, you just cannot compare. You know, he's stepped up, he's showing his leadership for the team, and one thing that I'm absolutely loving is that shithousery from Antonio Rudiger. Now, do I care about his involvement in getting Savage sent off? Of course not. I'm a Chelsea fan. Over the years, I've seen us get done by stuff like this time and time again. And let's not forget, Atletico Madrid were constantly in the ears of the referee time and time again. For me, it is no different. This is the type of leadership, this is the type of assertiveness that you want to see in your players in big games like this. And Rudiger has shown that he is a big game player this season. I'm going to score him an 8 out of 10. And now we move on to the wing backs, starting with Reece James. And for me, you know, he's showing that he's easily one of the best young fullbacks in the world. I mean, I'm sorry. What he did against Lodi tonight, I mean, absolutely dominating him. And this is a guy that is seen as one of the best left backs in La Liga. He had no chance against Reece tonight. Reece outpowered him, outmuscled him, outplayed him, outthought him, outpaced him, out-quality'd him. I mean, out whatever. You guys insert what you want to add to this. You know what I'm doing with this, but Reece James tonight is showing that, again, it feels like he's starting to be seen in a lesser light these days because of what back passes, as if like, you know, but playing on a Tuchel, this is a possession controlling game, it's just going to be reflected in the players. And of course our wing backs aren't doing what they were doing under Frank Lampard. Yeah, we're not seeing Reece James putting in 1 million crosses a game. If there's no options inside the box, then Reece isn't going to lose the ball for no reason. He made 3 key passes today. As the game went on, he grew and got even better. For me, this guy's the future of this club, and I'm going to score him tonight a 7.5 out of 10. Now, to end things, I'll move on to Marcos Alonso. And again, Marcus, since Tuchel's come, has found a new lease of life. He stepped up against Atleti today. He was, you know, showing that his physicality is really good in games like this. He got forward very well. He maintained possession of the ball very well too, and obviously tried to take his customary shots on goal whenever he could. I like there's movement in the wide areas on the left hand side with those wide rotations. I do feel at times that Alonso can be a bit of a weakness in these types of plays, but under Tuchel, we have not been seeing this whatsoever, you guys. And for me, I'm going to score Marcos Alonso tonight a 7 out of 10. Now we move on to the midfield, starting with Mateo Kovacic. And yes, you know, Kova, now he's playing for the manager. Now he's really showing what it's about. During the start of the season, we saw some indifference from him, but I think under Tuchel right now, it's safe to say that Kova is at his best and maybe might even be a little bit better than what he even was last season. He attempted 7 dribbles today. You know, the press resistance, that ability to have a player in the team that is very comfortable, that excels and receiving in dangerous areas and congested areas, that has the ability to evade the press, maintain possession of the ball. You know, Kova was constantly looking to quicken the tempo by linking up with the front 3-2, and defensively as well, I never saw him or Kante miss a beat tonight. They were constantly communicating, they were in their positions, I was paying careful attention, and you know, this was a great performance from Kova tonight. For that reason, I'm going to score him an 8 out of 10. Now to end things in midfield with Mr. N'Golo Kante. This was a world-class performance. Again, you know, I can never understand anyone that thinks that he doesn't have a future at this club, that would be happy to move him on. I mean, what are you smoking so you can let us know? Because I just will never understand you, my friends. But Kante tonight, imperious. That is the best word to describe him. From the dribbles attempted, carrying that ball, driving it, looking to, you know, single-handedly at times just kickstart attacks too. His use of the ball, his short game passing doesn't get enough credit. First time. Constantly finds himself in positions to keep the flow of the game going. Was helping out the wing backs on either side. And haven't even got down to his defensive game today. I mean, crucial interceptions and tackles, in particular in the first half, that one against João Felix. And the thing that he has to get respect for is his world-class positional ability. The reason why it feels like he's everywhere is because he's in the right places at the right time every single time. I feel like now, we keep praising him for his defense, which I feel now we have to see a bit more to Kante. I mean, we have to see more to him because he is world class. He proved that tonight. Big games, he constantly proves it. Tonight, I'm going to score Mr. World Class N'Golo Kante at 9 out of 10. Now, we move on to the attack, starting with one of the goal scorers in the game today, and that is Mr. Hakim Ziyech. Now, some people in the fan base are starting to run out of patience with him, which I don't understand, because we can't have patience for other players and at the same time pick and choose when to have patience for players. It's not right in my opinion. Ziyech is a serious pro, he's a serious player. I mean, Mr. Ajax is how I used to see him. We haven't even seen close what he can still bring to us, but today it felt like this was one of those games where, for the first time playing in this current setup under Tuchel, he really excelled and really showed what he's about. I think having that free role playing alongside Kai Havertz, where they were constantly interchanging, having that partner every single time, and of course having the ability to move to the right hand side, where finally was able to play alongside his partner in crime and Reece James, where no surprise when they play together, they create. Both of these guys play 3 key passes down that right hand side, and Ziyech was just imperious from just how he was moving the ball, how he was flowing between the lines as well. And even when he got the goal, he didn't have to even bust the gut to, get on the end of that move. He knows where to be at the right time. He knows how to attack the spaces. This guy's very intelligent, and the exciting thing is, this was a great and promising performance. I'm going to score Hakim Ziyech a 7.5 out of 10. And now we turn towards Kai Havertz. He played a big part from a tactical point of view. I thought defensively off the ball, very good to help the team out well, especially because, ideally you can't have Ziyech tracking back. That's not what he's really best at. So Kai had to do something for the team today, and he did that very well. On top of that, his use of the ball, very positive, looking to play 4 passes time and time again. No surprise he made that powerful run that set up Timo Werner for the first goal. And on top of that too, it was just how, from a tactical point of view, him just retreating back to help the midfields. That was such a big outlet for us. It overloaded Atletico Madrid in midfields, and to just find the extra man time and time again. Great performance from him. I'm going to score Kai a 7 out of 10. And to complete things with the final 11, we now move on to Timo Werner. And Werner today was very positive. For me, probably his best footballing performance I've seen for a very long time, wearing our shirt. He looked so sharp today. We were finally seeing him cutting inside. He was actually able to evade his man by dribbling past him, which we haven't been seeing consistently. And it was just how positive he was. It was those runs behind, stretching Atletico Madrid time and time again. And I think, of course, with how Ziyech and Kai were interlinking together, that was freeing up even more space for Werner to run into and really stretch Atleti. A shame that he was not able to get a goal today. He found himself in some decent positions. Not easy one to score from, but at least he tested Oblak time and time again, peppering shots, putting that pressure on him. And of course, his great performance was reflected by the perfect assist that he made for Ziyech in this game. Very good performance. I'm going to score Timo Werner a 7.5 out of 10. Now we move on to the subs, and I'm going to do things a bit differently. I'm going to score Emerson first, and I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 because, I mean, come on, like his first touch, unreal finish into the bottom right corner, straight past Oblak. And from what Tuchel said, he's been doing his part for the team. He's been strong competition. He's been very unlucky not to be playing more, and that's what you want to see. So credit to him. And for the rest of the subs today, I'm going to score them all a standard 6 out of 10. I thought that with Pulisic, he played the assist to Emerson in the end, but at the same time, I feel that he was quite disappointing. Constantly wasn't really in tandem with the rest of the attacking players, and I thought some of his final balls at times and decision making just wasn't there. With Hudson-Odoi, yes, he found himself in good positions, but at the same time, I know this is harsh because you need to get that flow of the game. when you just come on and get goal scoring opportunities. But you know, maybe at times it was like his body position wasn't right to take these shots properly. That's why I didn't properly connect with him. However, the danger he brought with his movement in behind was key to, of course, you know, helping us get that second goal versus LA. And Ben didn't have much time to do anything, so but you know, it's a win, so he gets a 6 out of 10, you guys. And on that note, I'm gonna wrap things up, keep things moving. As you can see, I'm very excited. I'm just pumped to watch this game again. So you guys, stop wasting my time. I need to bounce. I'm Nini FC. This is BluelionsTV. I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more videos.